Grab a cuppa and maybe a box of tissues, Emmerdale fans. We need to have a serious talk about the king of the Dales, Cain Dingle. Because if the latest whispers from the village are true, our favorite bad boy is facing a battle he can't punch his way out of. We've watched Cain Dingle, played by the brilliant Jeff Wardley, survive just about everything. He's been kidnapped, beaten, shot, and involved in more feuds than we've had hot dinners. He is the Teflon man of the Yorkshire Dales, the unshakable rock that the Dingle clan clings to when the storm hits. But what happens when the rock starts to crumble? The latest spoilers and fan theories swirling around the village suggest we are heading for a storyline that is going to break hearts left, right, and center. We aren't just talking about another family feud or a dodgy garage deal. We're talking about a life-or-death health crisis that Cain has been keeping a dark secret. The invincibility myth shattered. Let's be real for a second. We love Cain because he's tough. He's the guy who stares down danger without blinking. But recently, we've seen cracks in the armor, and honestly, it's terrifying. Between the devastating loss of his son, Nate Robinson, and the heartbreaking reality of his wife Moira's brain tumor battle, Cain has been carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's been running on adrenaline, grief, and pure Dingle stubbornness, but the human body can only take so much pressure before something snaps. Fans have spotted the signs, the lingering stares at the grief counseling posters in the hospital, the subtle winces of pain he tries to hide from Moira, the dizzy spells that he brushes off as just being tired. We all know Cain. He wouldn't admit he was in pain if his leg was hanging off. He sees vulnerability as weakness, but this time his silence might be his undoing. The darkest secret. Is the aneurysm back? Here is the theory that has the chat rooms buzzing and Twitter X in a meltdown. Is Cain's brain aneurysm back? Longtime viewers will remember the terrifying storyline back in 2014 when Cain was diagnosed with a potentially fatal aneurysm. It was a ticking time bomb in his head. He had surgery, and we all breathed a sigh of relief. But medical dramas in soapland rarely stay buried forever. The stress levels Cain is currently enduring are off the charts. Medical experts and armchair detectives know that extreme stress is a massive trigger. The fear is that Cain is experiencing symptoms, the headaches, the blurred vision, and he is choosing to ignore them. Why? Because of Moira. Think about the tragedy of it. He's watching the love of his life fight a brain tumor. In his mind, she is the patient. She is the one who needs saving. He can't be the sick one right now. He has to be the protector, so he's burying his own symptoms to be strong for her. It's noble, it's heroic, and it is absolutely devastatingly dangerous. The ripple effect, a family on the brink. If Cain collapses, or worse, the fallout in the Dales will be catastrophic. Moira Dingle, can you imagine the guilt? Moira is already fighting for her life. If she finds out Cain has been neglecting a life-threatening condition to protect her, it could destroy her. The relationship has survived affairs, lies, and murders, but can it survive the ultimate sacrifice? The Dingle clan, without Zach, God rest his soul, Cain is the patriarch. He is the glue. If Cain goes down, who steps up? Sam? Chas? The family is already fractured. A health crisis for Cain would leave the Dingles rudderless in a sea of sharks, specifically sharks like Caleb and the Tates. Future shocks. The threats just keep coming. As if a potential brain aneurysm wasn't enough, the future shocks teased in the spoilers suggest that Cain's health crisis couldn't come at a worse time. The wolves are circling the farm, and Cain is too weak to fight them off. 1. The John Subden revenge plot. Cain is still consumed with rage over Nate's death. He's been hunting John Subden with a vengeance that scares even his closest allies. The rumor mill suggests a final confrontation is coming. But if Cain is battling a hidden health condition, he isn't entering this fight at 100%. Could his desire for revenge lead to a physical collapse at the critical moment? Imagine Cain finally cornering his enemy, only to be betrayed by his own body. It's the kind of cruel twist Emmerdale writers love. 2. The villainy of Celia Daniels. While Cain is distracted by his health and his vendettas, Celia Daniels is quietly dismantling everything Moira has built. We know she's involved in fraudulent contracts and modern slavery twists. She's smart, she's ruthless, and she's banking on the Dingles being too distracted to notice her scheme. If Cain is hospitalized, who stops Celia from taking the farm? 3. The Jeff Wardley exit rumors. We have to address the elephant in the room. Every time a major character gets a health storyline, the exit rumors start flying. Jeff Wardley has been the heart of the show for 25 years. He's spoken openly about his real-life battle with Crohn's disease and his love for his allotment, leading some to wonder if he's ready for a quieter life away from the grueling soap schedule. While there is no official confirmation that Jeff is leaving, the stakes of this storyline feel final. It feels like a crescendo. Whether it ends in tragedy or a long road to recovery, things will never be the same for Cain Dingle again. What we want to see. Look, we don't want to lose Cain. The village wouldn't be the same without his brooding stares and dry wit. But we do want to see the emotional payout of this storyline. We want to see him vulnerable. We want to see the moment he realizes he has to fight for his own life, not just for himself, but for Isaac, for Kyle, and for Moira. We want the scene where he finally breaks down and admits he's scared. That is the gold standard of soap drama, stripping back the tough exterior to find the human being underneath. The verdict. Buckle up, everyone. The next few weeks in Emmerdale are going to be a bumpy ride. We are looking at a perfect storm of grief, medical emergencies, and villainous plots. If you're a Cain fan, and let's be honest, who isn't, you need to prepare yourself. The king is in trouble, and this time he might not be able to save himself. What do you think? Is Cain hiding a deadly secret? And can the Dingles survive if their leader falls? Drop a comment below and let's discuss.